So last year, I spent a couple of weeks in the city I always wanted to visit, Seoul, Korea. It was a last-minute decision, but I am happy I have done that. I like solo trips because it allows me to explore without pressure and connect with my feelings. As soon as I settled in my hotel, the first thing I wanted to do was to visit the famous Myeongdong district. It is a shopping district packed with clothing and cosmetics shops and street food vendors. After eating my way along the food stalls, I went and got some Korean skincare products. I could spend a whole day in that shop if I have to. Skincare products are obviously much cheaper here than back in Europe. On the way back, I found this cute cat cafe, and I literally ran towards it. I took an elevator, but I didn't pay attention to which floor the cat cafe was exactly because of my excitement. So this elevator trip took a bit of a creepy turn. But finally, I found the place. Next on my list was Hanok Village. The public transport in Seoul was relatively easy to use once you have your T-money card. You can charge it up and use it to pay for groceries and for taxis. Anyway, let's go back to Hanok Village. There were many casual eateries serving traditional Korean food on the way up there, as well as many hanbok rental and gift shops. Before hiking up the village, I got myself a nice skillet of kimchi fried rice. Hanok Village is a popular tourist destination that offers a glimpse into Korea's rich history and cultural identity. It is an ideal place to experience the old world charm of Seoul. Oh, have I mentioned that the food here is really affordable? For example, this whole thing of soup, rice, and fermented veggies cost me only 9,000 Korean won, which is roughly 7 euros, I believe. Near the hotel I stayed, there is a bakery chain called Paris Baguette. I took almost all of my breakfasts there. A cup of coffee and 2 pieces of pastries cost about 5 euros. I took a walk almost every day in the narrow streets of Seoul. With every step I took, I felt closer to the soul of the city. The first week of my travel flew by. The second half of my exploration here in Seoul started with Namsan Tower, also known as N Seoul Tower. It is another popular tourist attraction. Since it is 237 meters tall, I was curious to see the stunning views of the city it offers. So I decided to hike up to the top. It was quite the workout, but it was totally worth it because of all the picturesque surroundings that you encounter on the hike. As I reached the observatory, there's not really a need to go all the way up to the tower. I just stayed there and observed the amazing panoramic views of the city. As a slow fashion enthusiast, I was definitely not going to buy myself a new piece of clothing in Seoul. So as I strolled the city, I found some vintage shops. Another thing I really enjoyed doing in Korea was exploring the city during the evenings. Towards the end of my trip, I visited another tourist attraction, Hwanjang Market. This historic market is popular for a variety of traditional Korean street foods. I have noticed mostly women worked at these food stands, and these stands all seem to serve a similar range of dishes like mini kimbap, fish cake, tteokbokki, dumplings, japchae, and pork and beef sausages. There are also stands dedicated to mung bean pancakes, which are the savory and oily pancakes. I had tried one myself, and after eating just that one, I couldn't eat much of anything else. Towards the exit, I found these walnut-shaped waffles with various fillings. These were really good and very inexpensive. I walked further and visited the DDP, aka Dongdaemun Design Plaza. It is a modern, iconic cultural hub featuring a distinctive design and fluid curves and sweeping contours. Inside, visitors can enjoy various exhibitions, showcases, and events that celebrate art, culture, books, and fashion. I dedicated a half day to roam around Hongdae. I started with having this spicy seafood pasta for under €7 and walked around a bit further. There were several vintage shops here as well. When walking, I came across this place I saw in Mikey Chan's vlog and had to try it. This tonkatsu place serves just tonkatsu per serving. It was around €3. The last day of the trip was partly spent in Gyeongbokgung Palace, built in 1395 as the main palace of the Joseon dynasty. This palace is also known for its architecture, stunning halls, and serene gardens and ponds. And from there, I went to the last attraction of this trip, the Starfield Library. The bookshelves here are 13 meters high and contain approximately 50,000 books, magazines, and newspapers. The library has some nice spots to sit and read, work on a project, while staring at the stunning view. I see why this library attracts many locals and tourists alike. So this wraps up my solo trip to Seoul. Although it was just a couple of weeks, I quickly got used to the convenience that Seoul offered me, not to mention all the delicious food and friendly locals.